All right, so how to build sustainable energy. First, we need to understand basically where we get energy, what energy is, what that means, and then I'll share with you a couple of herbs that you can take to actually start supporting your energy on a regular basis. So primarily our energy comes from our food, our breathing, our movement and exercise, our sleep, our relationships, and our sense of purpose. Now, sense of purpose and relationships might seem like strange sources of energy, but in actuality, if you've ever been in a bad relationship, or you've ever had rocky times in your relationships, you can see how that can pretty much destabilize a lot of other aspects of your life. And really, sense of purpose is quite a big source of energy, primarily because we need some reason to actually want to get out of bed in the morning. A lot of times people don't want to get out of bed, or they feel a sense of poor energy is because they have no purpose. They have no reason or goal that they're trying to accomplish. So they're kind of just like, well, I just got to go to work and I just got to accomplish these mundane tasks, and that's just the end of it. Well, of course that's not very inspiring. That's not going to bring forth actual energy from your experience. And I can remember, back when I had jobs that I didn't like and my life was not what it is right now, basically I had to create my own purpose, create my own goals and meaning to actually excite me and motivate me to get through that stuff that I honestly didn't really like. And what that was actually having goals and things and moving forward and using that experience, whatever it was, to work on things that I wanted to work on that I believed would move me forward. So for example, I worked at a juice bar, and I would use that for a couple of reasons. First, basically work on, I guess, personal skills or social skills and like chatting people up and getting to know people. And then also use it to work on actually just making awesome juice recipes. So then what ended up happening towards the end is people came in, and if I wasn't there, they would leave. And they would only get juice if I was there and I would make it for them, which made pretty much everyone else that worked there upset, angry, and jealous. And the manager was really not too happy about it because we were supposed to stick to the recipes. But me being the terrible employee that I was, I just said, no, I'm just going to do what I want because it's better for me, and actually we get more customers and everyone loves it. So it's actually better for the business. So sense of purpose is really quite important. And sometimes it could be something as mundane as like, oh my God, I'm going to have some like coffee, or, oh, breakfast is going to be delicious. I got to get up and like get going for that. It doesn't necessarily have to be like, I have to change the world and become a better person and be a savior for humanity. It doesn't have to be that grandiose. It could just be like, oh, I want to do this thing that's interesting. And then that can get you going. And then food, people get this wrong because they really obsess over, I gotta get this micronutrient and that micronutrient and this, and get all these ratios. Oftentimes it comes down to eating just better general quality of food that you actually like and is enjoyable to you, and doing it regular. Don't skip meals. Don't go long periods of time with meals, and just keep it pretty common sense. Like, don't overeat, don't undereat. Keep yourself basically feeling balanced, because within Chinese medicine, in a simple way, food is basically to help us build blood. And basically if we're building even blood on a regular basis, then our energy will be stable and we'll feel more calm and focused and able to think more clearly. But when people's blood gets messed up, their thinking goes out the window, their ability to concentrate and focus goes, and it's just kind of a bad scene. And then obviously we get energy from breathing, and I don't necessarily mean in any esoteric way. I just mean simple, like oxygen, carbon dioxide type situation. And that actually leads to cordyceps. And cordyceps and actually gynostemma and reishi, those can all really help our breathing. Especially cordyceps can help increase blood oxygenation levels and ATP levels. Gynostemma and reishi are both nice and calming and balancing to the nervous system, so that can provide a deeper sense of energy. So if you want to learn more about any of those tonic herbs or these things that I'm talking about, check out HyperionHerbs.com or the link below in the video. So obviously movement is really important for energy as well. If we're not moving, we're not exercising, we're really not going to have much energy and it's just going to feel a bit stagnant. It's kind of an obvious thing, but people really kind of overlook it sometimes. Sleep, again, rhythm and regularity, and ideally being in bed before 11 is probably one of the better things. And then if we were to like take the opposite and look at how to screw this up, basically we could think we're really healthy but actually not be. So what people do, and I've done, is really common, is you're like, oh, I eat really good and like I do yoga or whatever, but then like I stay up really late, and then the food is, oh, I skip meals, or I go long periods of time, or I only do like smoothies and salads and like pretty weak health foods. So it's like mentally it all makes sense and the equation checks out, but actually according to any common sense health philosophy, it's actually not healthy. And then let's say our relationships, we don't feel like we're able to express ourselves, or we don't feel like we're able to be ourselves or connect, then this is basically going to create legitimate metabolic issues affecting the thyroid and our energy levels there. If we are having poor boundaries, we feel like we're getting walked all over, or people are like empathic or sensitive or highly sensitive people, this type of thing, then basically this is going to have negative effects on our digestive system pretty much predictably, which is obviously going to lower our overall sense of energy. So oftentimes what needs to happen in these situations is building some more strength and kind of sorting those things out. But that's not really the context of the video. But anyways, in terms of having more energy, as I said, gynostemma, cordyceps, and reishi are really great herbs for energy. Cordyceps, that is definitely something that can give you a bit more of an athletic enhancement, as well as the gynostemma. But we have to understand with these herbs, it's not going to be like a stimulation. Like, for example, gynostemma and reishi tend to be more calming. So out of calm, you actually have more energy. And if you actually just are more relaxed, you're less getting in your own way and you're less bound up. It's like if you can squeeze and engage and contract all your muscles, it's really hard to move. But then basically on a subtle level, people's mental and emotional tension that they're carrying in their nervous system is literally impeding their functionality. So they're getting way less energy from what they actually have, so they have to crave more and more and more. When in reality, if you make your body more efficient, give it the things that it needs, you can actually get more energy from less. And that's just a kind of an important mindset adjustment to make. And sometimes people get confused when they take reishi. They're like, oh, I'm just so tired, or I'm so sedated. It's like, well, no, you're just used to running on pure adrenaline or being overstimulated, that once you actually come back somewhere to center, you're not used to it. It feels like weak to you because you're used to the extreme. But in reality, it's a more powerful position. You just have to orient and adjust your mindset to that. So these are all classically regarded as great chi tonics, meaning supporting metabolic and respiratory efficiency, especially cordyceps, especially gynostemma, and then reishi can have that nice calming, centering quality. But they also are famous for supporting the lungs, the liver, the kidneys, spleen, energy systems, which have a lot to do with our overall sense of energy. And especially back in the day when I was, doing things that I didn't necessarily want to do or like to do, I took cordyceps and took all these quite a lot, and it really helped me a lot to get a lot more done in a day than most people maybe would do in a week. But anyways, if you want to learn more about cordyceps, gynostemma, reishi, check out hyperionherbs.com or check the link below. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you soon.